keep like having to search for it. Hi guys. Hope you guys are well. I guess Leslie, you're the only one, and you weren't even on the first one. This is my third call for a lot of people today.
Oh, really? That's why you were like, everyone's gonna be tired.
5:30, and here I'm back.
Yeah, that's probably why everyone's like, yeah, we're done.
I know. I was like, you guys are gonna be sick of me. Here I am again.
So
I tried to get some people on the 5:30, but there was no response. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll wait till the later one.
Yeah, that's totally fine. We have, oh shoot. Actually, I'll throw it out to you guys. So Thursdays we usually do, I always call them our themed calls. My friend is out of town again this Thursday, who is the one who usually hosts them. So we can totally do one. I need a theme. When I say theme, like last week was couples. She's done athletes. We've done weight loss. We've done healthcare professionals. So it's, something specific relating to plexus. I did have a thought of doing gallbladders. Because both Valerie and Amanda don't have their gallbladder. That has serious gut issues. But if you guys have a thought on I have people that would love to hear about Bob, like something specific. I did actually have a thought too about doing ADHD. I just need to try and
do you do maybe like a mental health theme or
that's actually a great idea.
Or does it have to be like a specific?
No, I don't want it to be too specific. Because we were talking about we're going to do it this week. We're doing thyroid next week. It was going to be this week. And so people are like, well, what about Hashimoto's? I'm like, that's very specific. Let's spread it out, because some people have hypothyroidism, but it's not Hashimoto's. So we're doing thyroid next week. So I like the mental health. I do actually like that one.
So I have a lot of people that ask me about, anxiety, depression, ADHD, et cetera, et cetera. And what are you doing? Stop. Oh my God, no. My dog's eating my bracelet. But I think that would be, a good one to get in on. Hey, a lot of people are on medication for that. A lot.
Yeah. Especially after the last
3 years.
Yeah.
It's not 2 anymore. That's really sad. I was about to say 2 and I'm like, we're at 3.
That's wild. But it's almost every day I have conversations about people. Even I have an aunt who's all about anxiety. What do I do? So yeah.
We have enough people on our team that I can ask people to talk about that too. Good idea. Okay. We'll plan for that on Thursday. So, that one, honestly, I feel like you could invite anyone to that call, because who doesn't want to be happier? I think all of us can benefit from some mood boosting situation, even if you don't know that person necessarily struggles with anxiety, depression, mental health. Even can go as actually I might share my friend's story, because I know wouldn't be able to get her on, but even as far as bipolar and that kind of stuff as well, OCD. I've personally seen.
I'm thinking off the top of my head who I could invite for this one specifically, and I've got a pretty big list in my head. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people.
That's something that I like doing about the themed calls is it really gets you thinking specifically about certain people.
Right.
While, like I said, you can literally, there's no reason you can't invite every single person to this
pretty
call. Much. To be honest, it gets you kind of thinking a little bit more specific, how can, this person struggles with that and that and that, and when it came to the couples call last week, it was great because I feel like it really opened it up to being able to invite men into the call as well. And I loved, if you guys haven't watched that recording, it was so good. And it was so fun to watch how men share plexus and how women share, because all the women did it the same thing. We started telling our health stories and we kind of went into business, and then the guys were like, yeah, products are cool, they're good. The business is really awesome though. Like my wife
Yeah.
makes some really good money and I support her and it's been incredible for our family. Like the guys were just like, let's go talk business. And it's
Yeah.
just so fun to see how guys are straight shooters. And I'm almost like, why do we fluff so much? I'm gonna start acting more like my husband
Yeah.
with this business and see where it takes me.
I think as women, we just tend to like overthink everything. And men are just like, here it is, right here, right now. Let's go. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it was really fun. And I loved hearing Tyler share about it. It was really cool to be able to like sit here and listen to him talk about it.
Mhm.
Okay, so Amanda, you missed it. I think I might have you share on this one though. We're gonna do a mental health call on Thursday. So I'm gonna do it at 5:30. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
And I will help send out some invite ideas to that tomorrow as well. Since Amanda was the only one who heard it, I do have a work with me at noon tomorrow. So that's like, I'm going to be on Zoom for an hour tomorrow from noon, Leslie, 2:00 your time, from
Yes.
noon to 1. And I'll be working. And so if you guys want to get on, I will be telling you kind of, okay, this is what I'm doing for work right now. These are the messages I'm sending. These are the posts I'm doing. These are the lists I'm making. Da, 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 da. So it's like a fun time to get some more ideas.
And that's tomorrow at noon, your time.
2. Just think
Okay.
2.
2 my time. Yeah. Lord have mercy. When the time changes, I'm gonna be so freaking confused.
It's still 2 hours.
We still
Is
changed
it?
our, yeah.
Yeah.
Ar-
What always
Arizona
screws
does
me up
not.
is Arizona. Arizona screws me up so much because that's where corporate is. So I'm always like,
Yeah.
I always just think that they're the same time zone as us because they are half of the year. And then when they're not, I'm always calling corporate at like 4:00 and it's like, we're closed right now. If you had done that, I'm like, oh.
Oh my God. That's so well, because my family in Mexico, like sometimes we're 1 hour different, sometimes we're 2 hour difference. I can never keep track
Oh,
of
because
what-
they don't have daylight savings.
They do, but they all change at different times. So like in Mexico, it changes different than it does here. So I can never keep track of the times. It's really stupid.
That's really confusing.
Yeah, it is. I don't get it, but I guess that would make sense in the United States because it's all in one same day, right?
Right. But not
Okay.
all the states follow it. So then it gets even more confusing because it's like, I
Arizona.
think it's like Hawaii, Arizona. I think there's one more. I think there's 3. I don't remember what it is.
Parts of Indiana, I think.
Parts
No.
of it, not
Parts?
the whole
No.
state.
Well, because part of Indiana is eastern and part of it's central, because the northern part that's close to
Oh.
Chicago goes on central time zone. And then once you drop down closer, like drop down away from Chicago, then it's all on eastern time zone.
Oh my God. I thought it was by state or something.
No.
Oh, interesting. Oh, pues, ¿qué quieres tú entonces? A ver.
That's so
But-
confusing.
That's correct. They actually do it. Their just state is like, it's not a straight line on the state divide.
That's so
That is
confusing.
so interesting. I did not know
I'm
that.
so glad Oregon is all the same time zone.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Mississippi is all the same time zone too, but oh, Mexico changes whenever they so please. It's really
Which
weird.
is Mexico for you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so also if you haven't watched it yet, I think I shared it in all of the groups now. If you haven't seen it, everybody needs to watch the book club recording. I feel like I'm on like repeat talking about the book club recording, but it is phenomenal. And then I have his book sitting here. I actually just went and followed him on Instagram from the book club. Phil Jones, go follow him on Instagram because he also has some really fun, he makes reels all the time. And you know, they're like these super short, like teaching you exactly what to say. Like this book is exactly what to say. The book club call, like if you're sharing Plexus, you listen to it for 5 minutes and you're like already like, oh, like the lights come on, and then you're like, I know exactly how I'm going to make $1 million this year because he's just so good. And he doesn't even sell, like if he sold Plexus, that dude would do so well.
Is that our goal this year, Michelle? We're going for millions.
Yes,
Bet. Let's
it's
do
really diamond, but I will take millions. That's one of my goals is to become $1 million earner with Plexus too. Absolutely.
That's what I would love.
Absolutely. So the book club is not on this book. I have to look it up and I'm gonna have to buy that one too. It's another one of his books. It's I think like something like exactly like it's something about selling. So it's good. Like I'm gonna get that book, or you can get it on audio, whatever. But just even watching the book club recording, if you want to watch, I'm gonna rewatch this because he did this one for us in, I think it was November. I'm gonna rewatch that book club as well because it's just so good. Like listening to it repeatedly is what makes it stick. You don't just read something once, listen to something once, and it changes your life forever, right? You need to kind of over and over and over. So that's kind of what I like. I've done this on audio. I have it, I've read it, I'm highlighting it, I'm constantly going back to it. I did the book club, and so now I'm going to do that with this other book. So I absolutely love it. One of the notes that I took that I really liked of what he said. So one of the things is like when people talk about it being expensive, I have so many thoughts on the whole, it's expensive. It's all relative, right? But when someone says it's expensive, one of the simple things that you can say and ask is, do you not like expensive things?
Interesting.
Like just that one little line, and you're just like, whoa. And then you can, you can wait for the response, or you can follow it up with, what are you spending money on now that isn't necessary? So instead of you saying, what about Netflix? What about you getting your nails done and your lashes done and the drive-through you're going to every day and all of these things that most people spend money on all the time that really aren't necessary. Get them to think of what they're spending money on for themselves. And if they're like, I'm not really sure, then you can kind of give drop some ideas. What about, are you eating out more than you should? Sometimes it's not like, I see your fake nails, girlfriend. I know those are cheap.
I see those lashes you just got done last weekend.
I'm so frugal that all of that stuff, I'm just like, you guys are wasting so much time and money. And I totally get that, like, some people want, like, that's their self-care. It's so not my self-care though. I'm like, I cut my hair myself. This is all natural. I don't care.
All my money goes to motorcycle parts. It's a disaster.
Yeah, it's your self-care, basically. That's your life.
Yes. I think the thing that I struggle with the most with this is like people are, sometimes it's not even that they don't have the money. They're just like, okay, I'm paying for something. How do I know that it's gonna work every single time? So the 60-day thing that you told me about has been actually really helpful. I like that one. And tomorrow I'm signing somebody up because of it. Woohoo.
Yeah, it was huge for me. I don't like to like blast it out there necessarily because
just when you need it.
Right. I have had some people that are like, oh, I'm just doing the 60-day trial. I'm like, what? I don't know what that is. We don't have a 60-day trial. You keep going. But like when I started, you guys have heard me talk about us living credit card bill to credit card bill. That was our reality. So when it came to like, and I just told you how frugal I am, when it came to spending $100, I was like, but then I saw that and I was like, well, I'm spending a crap ton of money on probiotics anyways, that I'm not getting any money back for and aren't doing anything. So why not? Okay. So one other thought too. So when it comes to follow-up, because we all have some people that have been like, hey, I want to buy, and they haven't. I'm interested, and nothing's happening. So we need to, I want to say constantly, not like every day, but I do every few days kind of a follow-up. And it's obviously not a, are you ready? Are you ready? What's happening now? Are we in order? Because that's weird. But there's a couple different ways to do this. One of them is say, just like straight up, when we spoke, you said you were excited about it and that you were going to move forward. I haven't seen your order come in yet. Have you found an alternative you think is going to be better?
Mhm.
So you're asking like, are you still wanting to do this, or is there something else? So that is one way to do it. And another way is just be like, are you still interested? If you're not, that's totally fine. You don't need to feel bad about that. But if you are, and this is what I like to do anyways, I think you guys know that I'm all about the phone call. The share a cart is great. I do like that we have that option. I don't use it very much, and I don't want to teach you guys necessarily to use it very much. Like, yeah, know how to do it. It's super, super easy, which is nice. But we want to focus on the relationship. We want to focus on transformation, not transaction. And when we pick up the phone and we call someone for 20 minutes and talk about what their health goals are and talk about exactly what they need to help hit those health goals, answer their questions, make sure they know about the perks program, make sure they know about Pivotal. I help people, I will sign people up for Pivotal while I'm on the phone with them, or I'll be like, hey, grab your computer real quick. You're all signed up. Now go log in, click on Experience Plexus and go to Pivotal. Agree to the terms. You're going to get started. Go play around in there. Go look at your recipes. Go look at the movement, print out or pull up the goal sheet. I want them using Pivotal because the stats on Pivotal are incredible. It's all about retention. We don't sit here and work as hard as we do to have people fall off the next month or 2 months or 3 months later. We want them to be around for 6 months, a year, 6 years, 7 years. Okay, right? That's where you're going to be making that money, that residual income. It's not by signing 10 people every month. Like, that gets exhausting. You want to keep the 10 people you signed up last month and then find 5 more this month, right? So Pivotal has been proven to help massively with the retention rate. Also, people that are signed up for Pivotal are ordering a whole lot more product, which means multiple things. They like it, they're getting results, and they're more likely to stick around longer there too. Like, that's another sign that they're more likely to stick around. So when you're a follow-up of being like, are you still interested? If you're not, that's okay. If you are, I want to jump on the phone with you for a quick 20 minutes, go through all your questions on how we're going to support your blah, 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 health issues. We're listing their health issues. We're always going back to why they want to try Plexus. Remind them of what their health goals are. Remind them of how they're feeling now and why they don't want to feel like this anymore. Okay. And then it's get on the phone, talk to them for 20 minutes, do the customer service side of it, and get them signed up. I sign up on the phone also, so it's not this, are they in order? Oh, they still haven't ordered. It's been like 10 days. They still haven't ordered. It gets that like, why waiting. No, you just call them and they're signed up. And people are, I sign almost all my people up on the phone. It's not very, like, it's pretty rare that I'm like, share a cart. And if I do a share a cart, it's usually because they're re-signing. I've already built a relationship. Like, I know them. We've gone through all of the things. And that's why I do the share a cart. If it's someone that I don't know super, super well, hasn't already tried Plexus, I do this. It's worth my time.
Or like, remember the other day I had one guy that was like, can I not order directly from the website? Because he didn't want to give me his card information.
Right. And he still hasn't ordered though, right?
Yeah, he's still, no. So I followed up with him and he said he was waiting till like the end of the month. And I was like, okay. So I have to go talk to him again in a couple days here.
Yeah. So what I will usually do with like, hey, I'm waiting till the end of the month. That's super vague. End of the month is what to most people, I don't know. So I get very specific and I say, okay, great. What day are you thinking? Are you thinking like the 25th, the 26th, something in there?
Okay.
And then they'll tell you what, I'm thinking this day. They're like, great. I want to make sure that I'm available in case you end up having any hiccups or run into any problems while you're getting ordered. So let's just connect on the 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And I'll just be on standby and I can give you a call if you have any questions while you're getting started. So
Perfect.
while you might not be calling him, because I know some people are weird about giving their information out, talking on the phone, whatever,
Mhm.
you have a date to get them started. Okay, so that's what I would do is like, I still set up a date like, okay, cool, we're gonna do this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just to help kind of solidify, and it's also a customer service kind of thing of
Mhm.
just making sure you're there for them.
Sam, 2020 expires end of this month. Yeah, I told him that too, that this is the last, month for the Sam 2020, which is crazy because y'all had that forever, didn't you?
And
Since 2020.
2020. I know
That's great.
it's gonna be a weird switch. I'm not quite sure. I know they're just gonna kind of be more focusing on monthly promos. I have no problems with this at all. I think we're coming out of a time where Plexus has kind of been giving everything away. If you haven't noticed when it comes to enrollment, oh my Lanta. It is like I feel like free shipping, free products, Sam 2020, like all of these things. I'm like, how is Plexus making money right now? And then they turn around and they pay us very well, right?
Mhm.
And then there's like all of these bonuses for signing 3. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, we are a debt-free company. And I know Plexus is doing totally fine, but I think they're also kind of like pulling back on it a little bit more. And when I want you guys to realize that this is not a bad thing, this is a good thing. It is good to have value in what you're offering. Yes, it's nice to offer a coupon. However, do you think Louis Vuitton hands out coupons? Do they have issues selling products?
Nope.
Tiffany's, like, do you see anyone walking into Tiffany's being like, can I get that on sale? Like, that's expensive. Like, you don't hear people walking around Tiffany saying that's expensive. I think their stuff is crazy expensive. And I would personally wouldn't, but those people that are in there buying Tiffany's, they buy it because it's Tiffany's. You can go get the same stupid little metal paper clip. I don't know if you guys saw that was going around a while ago. It was a metal paper clip from Tiffany's. It was like $5,000. I was like, oh my gosh.
And ask if they had any issues selling it. No.
No. So we want to put the value into what we offer. Is kind of the idea of that. What we offer is such an incredible value. Like, I used to buy $60+ probiotics every month that did nothing for me. They were like supposed to be the best. And now our ProBio 5, I still feel like is a deal at $37. Vital Biome, they're $37. And they work better than anything I have ever tried before. And like, if you look at our shakes, look at Shakeology. Shakeology is like $120 for a month's supply. Our shakes are, I don't know, like $60 for a month's supply. I don't know what the math is. I haven't bought just shakes by themselves for a long time. I always get them in the combo packs. But our products are quite honestly kind of not cheap, but you know what I mean? Like, they're very inexpensive for what they are.
They're worth their price for sure.
More than that, I
Mhm.
think. You know, if you go online and try and buy like a really top high-end probiotic, multivitamin, all of these different things, you're looking at $40+, no problem for a lot of these things. So when it comes to like, yeah, our prices went up a little bit in January. We might not be giving away the kitchen sink every month anymore to people. As long as you still show up and show value to what we offer, people are still going to buy it from you. Oh, I have to tell you this. So it's kind of funny because the company, I don't know if you guys know what greenwashed is. So greenwashing is basically like when companies try and say that their products are super natural and clean and non-toxic and all of that kind of stuff, but they're really not that clean. So I found this, it was another MLM company, and they were so greenwashed. It was disgusting. They would have like products that were pretty good, like they were pretty good and clean, but then they would have other products that weren't as clean. They weren't clean at all. And this, oh, I couldn't handle this. You guys know that I'm not into gummies. I don't take gummies. Just don't do it. And they had these gummy vitamins. They were kids' vitamins, and they had like their organic, like super clean ones. They were $80 for a month supply. And then they're like non-organic ones that had like red 40 and sugar. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. I think canola oil, I think, was one of the, they were so bad. Like it was seriously like a chewy Flintstone is quite honestly what it looked like ingredient wise. They were $70.
Amazing.
Like, oh my gosh, you got it. Like, just go buy some Flintstones for, I don't know, $20 or whatever Flintstone vitamins are. I'm like, our X Factor Kids is, I think, $30. Like, compared to this $70 garbage bag.
That's crazy. And people are buying it.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. So this is my, like, we have good stuff and the value of it is incredible. And show up like that. Does anybody, I told you guys I wasn't going to keep you long today because I've been on Zoom upon Zoom upon Zoom, and Amanda's the only one who's been here for all of them. Amanda's a trooper over here. Does anyone have any questions about anything happening this month? We do have a week left in February. I'm excited. Everyone give Amanda some love. She's signed 8 people this month. She's crushing me. She's
Girl.
crushing me. I remember
is
last time I
amazing.
wasn't the top enroller, and I'm like, I'm
Got some competition now.
I know. I'm totally fine with it too. I'm like, I want you all to beat me every month. Please, I'm going to challenge you. It's not good right now. It's not hard. I've not had a very good month on that one.
I just want for my people to sign a person or two so I can take a break for a minute.
I'm gonna take a breather over here, you guys.
I know. Because every one of them's like, so yeah, maybe next month I need to look at this or I need to this. I'm like, all right, are you falling off on me or are we just looking?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got a message from another one that's like, oh, so next month. I'm like, I don't even want to look at this yet. I'm not ready mentally for
I
this.
hear
I'm
you.
tired.
As soon as I see the next month, I'm like, ugh.
Exactly. And so
Why not now?
flavor, and then I'm like, okay, so do you want to like look at other flavors? Oh, I don't know. We need to talk about next month. I'm like,
They want to add more. Think of that. Like next month, I want to add more.
yeah, I don't
get
think that.
I actually get people like that quite regularly. Like, I have a lady, she just started last month, but she got her product. She was like 2 days in, and she's like, okay, so next month, what should I get? What do I need? Tell me everything. I'm like, let's
Dang.
start your products first.
Couple like that, but then I have some that are always, oh, I didn't know this is a monthly subscription. I'm like, it's in my write-up. No, it's in my write-up. I give you
I
the
love it. I love when I get that. I go, no, we talked about this on the phone. I told
I always tell them.
I give
we
them
talked
the
about this.
going into the next month so I don't have any weird surprises and get told like, that's not what I paid last month. My head hurts tonight.
You need a nap. I'm gonna address this super quick of like, we're gonna have to wait till next month. So sometimes this is a heart to heart of like, time is money. So there's multiple ways there. Like, not only you can ask them like, and I did this with someone else's prospect, Kayla's prospect today, of like, do you really want to continue feeling like this? She's like, I'm in a really bad flare and I'm on a bunch of prednisone. We're gonna have to wait till next month. I'm like, do you want to wait and be in this flare, or do you want to come out of this flare? Like I straight up said that to her. And I think that there's no problem when you have someone that you know is struggling with something like that, of like, honey, you don't need to keep feeling like this. I don't want you to keep feeling like this. Do you want to keep feeling like this? Every day we wait is another day that you're stuck here.
I think sometimes the issue really is money. Like I had one girl who I was like, sometimes I'll present the cheaper option. That's actually something I've been doing a lot recently, is instead of like the full triplex with the reset, just the triplex, or just the like weight loss package without the reset. And sometimes that does help. But like this one girl, I was like, oh, total, it would be, instead of, 195, it would be like 130. And she told me straight up, she was like, look, I don't even have $130 in my bank account right now. And I was like, okay, wrote her name down. I'll hit her up next month. Like sometimes there's just nothing you can do,
Right. There are, so another thing with that, I don't know if you've heard this, but we sign them up this week. We get them 3 people. They will need to order by Saturday. So we go by weeks when it comes to like welcome packs and being commission qualified. I hope this makes sense. So if they sign up, say today, for $10, share with 3 people, use their referral link by Saturday, she would have to place a commission qualified order, aka basically order a welcome pack by Saturday. By next Friday, we always get paid early, so it'll probably be Thursday, she will have $160 come in from Plexus.
If she gets the welcome pack by Friday,
By Saturday,
What?
this Saturday,
Saturday.
by this
Okay.
Saturday. So our weekend Saturday.
Okay.
So they need to be commission qualified by Saturday. And the following week, they will have $160.
Gotcha.
That would also get her the Lululemons, which we know can be cashed out for $100. So if they choose the cash option, that $100 would come on the following pay cycle. So in 2 weeks, you make a minimum of $260.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I know like sometimes they're like, there's no, like, I get money sometimes is the issue, and she might not have any way to make that $130 payment by Saturday.
She doesn't even have that in her bank account.
I know, like, I don't know if there's something coming in so she could, or if she has a credit card, or
whatever.
If we do have, some people don't realize we do have PayPal. PayPal does have payment options. You have to be like approved for PayPal payment options. Some people are, I have had some people approve for them and some people not, but that would be another like payment option.
Can you do oh my God, what is it?
Klarna is a no.
Okay, that's all right. That's what I was asking about.
It's like, I don't know anything about these like payment programs. I have had so many people ask me about Klarna though, and try Klarna. And I did have someone say like, oh, I've done it this hair. Just one time before or something. I know how to do it. I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know I've had a couple people try Klarna and it didn't work.
Okay, because on the website, I can't remember if it's Affirm or which one it says, like pay in installments of 4 on the Plexus website, but I can't remember which one.
PayPal.
Is it PayPal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Do they run credit for that to work?
I don't know how PayPal works. It's all through PayPal, so I don't know how PayPal does it. I just know I've had some people that it's worked and some people that it hasn't.
Gotcha.
I don't know. When it comes down to it, I'm like, it's worth a shot. They're like, I really want to order. I'm like, let's try it. Let's see if the PayPal option works for you. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, then we can just kind of figure out to the next step.
Right. Because I mean, that would be a way of like, you pay a little bit less and then you're still going to make money when you refer the 3 people. So it like evens itself out. I also had one more question for you. So like tomorrow I'm signing somebody up that's paying cash. when I sign them up, what I'm gonna do is, pay for it with my card. They're just gonna give me the cash. Do I do the subscription and just cancel it? Do I hit like a one-time order? What do I do?
So you can't do a one-time order with a welcome pack.
Okay, so it's gotta be.
It will
the
create a
regular-
subscription.
Okay.
It gets a little funky. I
Yeah.
actually, like, I ran into this. I have a lady that I don't remember why, but I, for some reason, had to use my PayPal on her account. And I totally trust her and it's fine, but she every month, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I thought I fixed it. I keep getting dinged for her like almost $300 order every month. And
Oh
she,
no.
every time I'm like, hey, just enough, she's like, oh my gosh, and she sends me money right away. But like, there's been cases where people don't realize my account is linked to it and I keep getting
Yeah.
these charges. Actually, I have another really good friend that my credit card, no, one of my accounts. Anyways, I just got another one. She's like, I'm so sorry. So I try to recommend not putting your card on their accounts, but I get like this is kind of a different situation. And you can't just delete your card. Flexit, corporate would have to delete your card for the card to not be on file. Because we basically require a card to be on file or some form of payment on file.
So I know if I cancel the subscription, it's not gonna come out. But if she wants to place an order for next month, do I have to, I don't have to sign her up all over again,
No,
right?
your card would still be on file. If she wants to place another order and if she's doing it with cash, then you can just use, like, I would probably cancel the subscription if it's kind of that funky situation.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So
Okay,
you
and
don't
then I
have
can
that
just like,
ding and not have the money. come
yeah,
out.
that's, the subscription's just not even an option, because if I have, let's say I get 5 people that are all paying cash, it's just a disaster, right?
Yeah.
So if I can cancel the subscription, then whenever they make their next month's order, I just do a regular order
You would
like I
just do a
would.
one-time order.
Okay, and just do that every month.
The only crappy thing on that is they lose out on their perks, but
Yeah. Right. I'll try to talk her into getting like a prepaid card or something.
I've
but-
I've had people do that where they get like a Visa prepaid card and they use
Yeah.
that to order their products. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's so complicated. Okay, bet. Got it.
You deal with a lot of different situations.
Girl, it's been a disaster. And the Hispanic community, they don't do cards. They don't even know how. So you tell them prepaid card, they're like, what is that? And where do I get one? Is it safe? Do I have to give information? Like they're so just cash only.
Mhm.
That's
very common with many immigrant families.
That's exactly right. Exactly. It's just the way that it is. So I've been trying to figure out like how to go about this, but it's so complicated.
Yeah. One option could be for you to take the cash and get a prepaid card too, if they're like,
yeah.
if they don't understand that piece of the puzzle. And you could
Mhm.
just use one prepaid card for all of your cash people potentially.
That's what I was just thinking that in my head. I was like, what if I get a prepaid card for their subscriptions or something? I could probably figure
I
that
don't
out.
know, because I know you have to pay like a activation fee, but I don't know if it's like a one-time activation fee or how. I've never actually done one because I don't want you to have to pay like every time you put money on the card, like pay $5 or something, because that would end up coming out of your earnings. But that could, if it's not like that, that could be an option.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it because I don't know. But worst case scenario. Oh, here's another one. If the subscription is canceled, can they still do the 3 people and get paid for it?
Absolutely.
Okay, just check.
As long as they're commission qualified for the
Right.
month too. And it's month to month. They have to be commission qualified every month.
Yes, I learned that last month.
That's
I didn't know that's what that meant.
The whole 100 PV thing is actually really important.
Yeah, I don't. Y'all probably told me about that, and I did not know. That's so funny, but oh well.
We
Got
it
that
now.
one figured out. Trust me.
Oh. All right, anyone else? Nope. Okay, cool. I'm gonna